What is going on, everybody? This your boy Bill Mahari here, representing MehariNation Sports Podcast here. Salute to the entire LDBC on a beautiful Sunday evening here in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota, though, man. And and also happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in the world, including my mother there as well. Happy Mother's Day to her too. This year she has officially turned 50 years old. So salute to her, man. You know, the best parent in the world, though, bro. Real talk. But enough of that. I'm going to talk about to you guys today about the Game 7 victory that most everybody saw today. The Portland Trail Blazers came back down 19 points down against the Denver Nuggets to win Game 7 and advance to the Western Conference Finals. Great victory for the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, they've been a team that has been always been on the cusp of achieving the potential team that they could be, but just didn't get the breaks in to try to get there. Last year, they lost in 5 games at the hands of the New Orleans Pelicans. You know, and took a lot of criticism, especially C.J. McCollum, who didn't perform up to his capabilities during the postseason too. So, you know what I'm saying, and today he have completely flipped the script today. You know what I'm saying? Making big shots in the second half and you know, basically took over. While Damian Lillard, Mr. Dame Dollar, my friend of mine, I'm just playing. I'm just playing about that. But I actually did met Damian Lillard 5 years ago too, though. So good guy. But enough of that. Let's continue. So in the game, you know, Damian Lillard, despite making some big shots in the fourth quarter, did not play well. You know, he wasn't. He I would say he didn't play well. I would say he didn't shoot the ball well. I should say. Um, he was 3 for 17. He only had about 13 points, but he made the big 3-pointer about 3 minutes to go to keep the lead to 5. And CJ McCollum, he did his thing, scoring 37 points though, man. Man, he was unbelievable. He had about 37 points, and basically he shut down the critics of his performance in that Game 7. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You know, the last few years, you knew that CJ McCollum was a star, was an all-star, but wasn't playing up to the superstar capability until today. You know, he was making big shots, you know, keeping his team in the game when they were down by as many as 19 points, and then almost single-handedly carried the Portland Trail Blazers on his back, and literally gave them the 1 point lead, kept the game close heading into the fourth quarter, and then he just took over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this unbelievable performance by this kid. You know, with the mid-range shots, taking high percentage shots, and you know what? Here's the big adjustment that I think most people didn't recognize in the game. In the second half, the guards of Portland made a huge adjustment. What they did was they went more to a high screen and roll with Enes Kanter and also with Leonard too. And what that did was it caused matchup problems because then Denver was forced to switch, and you're putting a big guy against one of the guards. And CJ McCollum had his matchups against Denver's big guys. And he was able to take advantage, going to the basket, you know, cutting, you know, hitting mid-range jumpers, though, man. Also the big adjustment, though, too, that Terry Stotts made, he put El Aminu on the bench. He only played about 7 minutes in the game, but that was actually the correct play because Aminu has been playing bad since Game 3, and guys like the Rodney Hoods and the Evan Turners weren't getting much playing time, but not today. Um, you know, Rodney Hood left the game at the midway through the fourth quarter due to a hyperextended knee injury on the clean play. But Evan Turner came off a bench and also played the role of Rodney Hood. He had 14 points in the game though too, and basically played the entire fourth quarter though too. And what that did was it provided more open court spacing for both Damian Lillard and McCollum to go to work in the paint and basically cause havoc on the Denver defense. Now, I was debating against a guy on my Facebook page saying that there were a lot of questionable calls in the game. Well, here's the thing. only losers say that there were questionable calls. In game 7, listen, you were up by 19 points and you let this lead slip away because you did not play aggressively. You were being too tentative on the offensive end, and you allowed the guards of Portland to keep driving to the basket every time out. And that's how you create fouls. So I I don't want to hear any of the excuses of the referees, basically rigging up the game for Portland to win. No. It was evenly played on both sides, but you had to keep playing. And also, Jamal Murray, horrible game. Absolutely horrible. Now let me check these guys on Jamal Murray's game. Just real quick, people. Yep. Yep. Jamal Murray, though, bro. I don't want to hear anything from this kid for a lot for the rest of the playoffs. He was basically underperforming. He only had 17 points in the game, though, bro. So, but he did make some big shots late in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough. He was not after they gained the 19-point lead. He was getting real cocky, and then when the Blazers started coming back, there was nothing he could do, you know. And I was surprised a lot that the Blaze that the Nuggets didn't attack CJ McCollum and make him defend on defense. He had 5 fouls in the game, and somehow for some reason they didn't went at CJ McCollum. He was the guy that was beating you the whole day. So why not go at him and try to get him out of the game? He's the one that's beating you right now. You know what I'm saying? So that really bothered my mind. And plus they missed 16 straight threes because they were just chucking up threes. They were not getting the ball inside of Jokic. When the Jokic had the basketball, he was scoring. He was scoring like efficiently though, man. I mean, Jokic, he had 29 points, and he had 13 rebounds in the game while shooting 11-26. He should have been getting more touches with the ball though too. But the guards of Denver let them down. Jamal Murray, 4 of 18. Gary Harris, he had a decent game. He was shooting 7-11 though. But the other guys really did not perform well. Barton, Plumlee, the bench did not play well up to their capability. So at the end of the day, though, man, Denver is going to look back and realize that they blew a great opportunity to win this game. And Damian Lillard 3 for 17 and 2 for 9 for 3-point wins. Now, one of those threes was a big three in the fourth quarter, but still, he had a great chance to win the game by by one of the guards performing well while the other was struggling. So, in that sense, though, man, Denver is going to look back and say that we blew a huge opportunity to win this game. They did not defend. They allowed the guards to penetrate at any given opportunity. And you can't win that way. You cannot win when you allow CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard to attack the basket and allow them to get any shot they want on the offensive end. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get the marquee series of these conference finals. We're going to get the Portland Trailblazers versus the defending champion Golden State Warriors. This is going to be a really great matchup. And considering that Kevin Durant is going to probably be out the first 2 games of this series, I think Portland has a great opportunity to at least steal one of these games on Wednesday, either Wednesday or probably Friday at the latest. But this is going to be a great matchup. You got the Splash Brothers of Thompson and Curry versus CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. I mean, that's going to be a great series. Real talk, man. That's going to be a really great series. So that's going to be a fantastic series. And like I said before, Denver choked this game. There's no excuse about it. They choked this game, and they're gonna look down on themselves and think that they blew a great opportunity to get to the Western Conference Finals. And now, I hope this will make them better, but I just don't see it that way. So, but anyway, that's just basically what my thoughts were on the game. Now I'm gonna go in there and start watching the Game 7 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. Though, man, you know what I'm saying? That's right now. Score is right about 25-31 in favor of the Raptors. About 6:49 to go in the second quarter here. So, you know what I mean. So, it was a great game from both sides. but Denver blew a 19-point lead, and you can't blame on the referees. Now, I will not say that the referees are always perfect. They always will sometimes miss calls, but the thing is, you have to keep playing above the calls and just find a way to win. And Portland was doing that, and Denver wasn't. And that's what it comes down to it, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm going to watch the final Game 7 between the Philadelphia and Toronto. So thanks for guys for tuning in, though, man. So be sure to share the video and smash the like button on the way out. And I'll catch you guys later tonight after the game between the Sixers and the Raptors. Peace out, everybody.